Hey, welcome back. This is Steve Sexton. You know, this next segment is wonderful, especially if you're looking to sell your home. You know what? One of the biggest things about selling your home is marketing. All too often, realtors just put your listing on the multiple listing service, and you know what? It gets shown up in one place, and that's it. But there's many other ways to market your home, and the reality is if you don't do it right, your house might not sell for a year or so, and we don't want that, especially in a market where prices are up, especially if you're looking to sell. That's why we have Glen and Shannon of the Alliance Group. They're here to tell us all about how to market a home. Welcome.
Thanks, Steve. Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us here. That's great. Sorry, we're having fun today.
Yep.
So tell us about how do you go about marketing a home? What's important about it? What does it mean to the person who's selling their home? What does it mean to the people who are buying the home?
And you said it perfectly. As far as a big misconception or what happens a lot of time with real estate is an agent thinks all realtors are the same. All that happens, sign goes in the front yard, property goes on the MLS, and buyers are just going to show up at the home. Granted, you're going to get some buyers that way, but if you really want to maximize the exposure and you order, and the way you're going to get the highest price is getting as many people through the home. So that's where the marketing really comes into play with that. And that's one of the things we always talk about is there's the passive agents and then there's the active marketing. And the passive's the sign in the MLS where we actively are going out trying to find the ideal buyer or the target buyer for your property. So if you have the 3-bedroom, 2-bath home up in Poway, we know the demographic of buyer is most likely going to be a family. Children, school district is going to be important. So we need to make sure not only is our marketing reaching as many people as possible, but we need to be reaching that demographic too. We need to be reaching the families. We need to be reaching the move-up buyers. We need to be reaching that buyer that's most likely going to be moving into your home.
Okay, so what you're really saying is, hey, I need to find somebody this home's going to be a perfect fit for.
Yeah.
So how do I go about finding that somebody who's going to be the perfect fit?
Yeah. And there's so many different mediums that we use with our marketing to really maximize the exposure. You know, everything we start with the neighborhood and the community. You know, so print and mail notifying that there's a new listing or a new property coming on, calling around the neighborhood and the community. You know, the community outreach with different networking groups and different things like that. Our database of realtors, our database of buyers, and then of course we use print, so that can be print in the local newspaper for the community. It could be Union Tribune, but the different mediums of print in order to get in front of course, we do the TV, so there's different opportunities on TV to be able to feature the properties. And of course, internet is going to be the biggest area with that too, because it's over 94% of buyers now go online when they start their home search, and that's what they're using to find their next property.
Now, one of the things I look at is, you know what, I'm on your Facebook because you're on here as an expert, and I see you listing homes there with the tours.
Yeah.
So you can actually tour the whole home if you're just looking at your Facebook.
Yeah, it's a great medium for that. We've been having so much success in putting out the videos and actually showing the features of the property, like Glenn was saying, and can use that demographic in order to, the demographic we know is going to purchase that property, and use the video and the write-up and such to capture them.
So I thought it was really cool because, you know, you can talk about the school districts. Somebody goes, hey, this is a great school district. Oh, look at this home. It fits what we're looking for. Let's look at inside. You know, it allows them to get that curb appeal before they actually go to the curb.
Yeah. And that one of the new, which you saw, one of the new technologies that we're using is it gives somebody the ability to walk through your home from their smartphone, their tablet, or their computer, where it's an actual 3D, you click, and it's just like using Google Maps, but you're walking through the home. So you can click up, down, look through the whole property. Only thing you can't do is open a drawer or a cabinet, but otherwise you can walk through the entire property.
You can even go to a window and look outside and see what the view would be from that particular vantage point.
Oh, wow, that's really cool.
Yeah.
So it really gives you an idea of what you're looking at, what type of view you're going to have if you're overlooking a hill and the whole shot, or if you want to look at San Diego. Yeah. I mean, does it allow you to dip your foot in the pool or anything like that?
No,
not yet.
We haven't quite
but they're working on it.
If you can make that happen, we're in it. Now, how do people go get connected with the Alliance Group to see that, like on Facebook? Do they go to your Facebook? How do they do that?
Yeah. So Facebook, we always utilize Facebook as one of our mediums or one of the channels that we're marketing our properties. Our Facebook's Facebook, then My Alliance Group. So we always feature our properties on there. Online, our website is alliancegroup.re.com with that, or glenandshannon.com.
Now, one of the things before we finish is I really want to make our viewers very clear about this, because you know what, I have seen and had clients as a financial professional come to me talking about their frustration with their realtor and how the home hasn't sold in so long and it's an up market, they have to lower the price, all that kind of stuff. If somebody has the proper marketing, they could be in a position where you see 30, 40, 50 people go through the house within a very short period of time. And then that brings to the next part where it becomes a negotiation, which means you have leverage on the negotiation because you have 5 or 6 people who want the house. So obviously 4 of them are going to drop out because they can't pay that much or don't want to, but you're always going to have that one that pays more, and that's just because you've created the demand for the house, and you're doing that through marketing.
That's exactly it. So, and that's where we're at. And just last week we put a property on. We've driven over, had over 50 different parties through the property, and we had the conversation with our client this morning, and we're reviewing 6 different offers on the property. And so that's exactly where you mentioned now our client and our seller is in the position of power because we're negotiating the price up. We have 6 different buyers that are all interested in the property, so we're really able to push the price to that upper limit. And you know, some I know won't work out, but there are going to be the 2 or 3 that will, and then that's going to give our sellers the opportunity to really maximize what they're going to be walking away with at the end of the sale.
Puts them in the best negotiating position when we have more than one offer to work with at that point. And that's where the marketing really plays into that, Steve.
So if you're just somebody looking to sell your house, the important thing here is to understand what the realtor is going to do from a marketing standpoint. It's just not put it on a website, put up a sign, and hopefully people will show up. If you want to sell it quicker and you want to sell it at a higher price or the best possible price, you're going to need to have somebody that's going to do the print marketing, the email marketing, the Facebook marketing, all the different types of marketing. You talked about 7 or 8 of them. So if you don't do them all, your house won't sell that much or that quickly or for that much. So thank you for being here. I mean, shedding this light for people is just gigantic because it allows them to, you know, get more out of their house, live a quality of life that they want because they do get more out of their house. Hey, thank you for being on the show.